Okay, so let's go over the settings. In the pure mode, would be the same in any other picture mode. Your contrast will be 40. That's where it's going to be without any white clipping. That's the max basically. But mine is 23 because I'm using a custom ABL setup. Color and tint settings right there. Sharpness -15. Color temp low if you're calibrating after a reset. If not, maybe mid-low. Gamma of 1 or 2. Film mode advance. Pretty much everything that has an on or an off, you're going to turn it off. For dot by dot, enhancer mode is 1, and I recommend for scaled resolution, so not dot by dot, you set it to 3 because it's soft rather than super ringy. Color space 2 because that's your Rec 709, and leave the color management all at defaults because it affects the gamma and the white balance. And then drive mode 2, that only affects PAL content, and then these are grayed out because they are for analog inputs and interlaced store progressive. And then game control pref you can only access in the game mode. Turn it on, but it's not like it does anything. I've tested the input lag, and there's no difference between any of the picture modes or game mode on or off or PC mode, or no matter what the input is or the resolution is. It's always 35 milliseconds to 50 milliseconds. At the top of the screen, it's 50 milliseconds because that has to wait the longest before it's displayed, because the frames get scanned into the scaler. And then at the bottom of the screen, it has to wait the shortest amount of time, and it's about 35 milliseconds. I tested it with a 1000 FPS camera compared to PC CRT. Yeah, so that's just basic setup and information. I will make another video tonight when it gets dark about the calibration and the voltage tweaking and pulse meter reset. Alright, yeah, I almost forgot to talk about the PC mode and also the power control and input setup. So this you probably have right already, but if not, this is how your power control menu should be set up. Orbiter mode 2, that will do pixel shifting. You can turn it off if it bothers you, not a big deal. And then video, set that to auto, unless you know all of your devices in your chain are a certain range, which I do, so that's why I have it on 16 to 235. I do that because the Wii U outputs EDID information of full range, but actually outputs limited range. So I just keep everything in limited range. Signal type, if you change this to PC, then you will lose access to the picture modes, but your TV will output 444 chroma, and unfortunately the black level gets raised. The black floor gets raised a lot. So the KRP-500M goes from like a 50,000 to 1 contrast ratio, something like that, to 5,000 to 1. Still great, but it's more like in between 8th gen and 9th gen than what the KRP-500M is actually capable of. So I just opt to get a 422 or 420-ish output. Unfortunately, that's the way it is in the video, and then have the deeper black levels rather than use the PC mode. Yeah, if you want to use the PC mode because you like 444 better than the general better image quality, then go ahead, but that's the only advantage. There's no difference in the lag. I've tested it extensively. Again, there's no difference in input lag regardless of the input resolution, regardless of the input cable that you use, and regardless of whether it's game mode or PC mode or not. So yeah.